so here's some breaking for you. Avis surging, hitting a record high, hit some circuit breakers. It's now up 184% on the day. So it's twofold. One, revenue and profit did impress, strong demand, but the meme moment, as we're calling it here, is that it plans to add more electric cars. Nothing officially announced in terms of, say, the Hertz Tesla scenario, which is a whole other story, which we'll get to in just a second. But supposedly it means that they're going to be adding some more electric vehicles. Joining us now, Bloomberg's Ed Ludlow. Ed, this happens, and then you have confusion as to did Hertz actually wind up buying and getting more Teslas or not, which is confusing pretty much everybody.
Yes, I mean, it's in what they didn't say on the Avis call, right? Executives essentially saying the reason you haven't heard specifics from us is for competitive reasons. They, commit to electric vehicles, but there was a little bit of shade thrown, essentially, at Hertz and all of the communique going around about Hertz's deal with Tesla. I would note as well that short interest is about 23% of Avis float, that data coming from S3 Partners. And if you go on StockTwits, Avis is trending. Historically, it's not a stock that has trended on some of the meme platforms, but it is currently. So there's a lot going on here, but just take into account that the stock was already up in a massive, massive way year to date as well before this morning's move.
Ed, do you think, is Elon Musk on board with a deal with Hertz?
That is the most difficult question, Guy, you could have asked me. What he was reiterating in his tweet was the idea that Tesla is supply constrained. Elon Musk has mentioned on more than one occasion he feels that the stock is valued too high for Tesla, but B, this idea that they're supply constrained. In other words, they cannot build enough vehicles to meet demand. A big part of that story is the new factory in Europe, where you are, in Germany, of course, and the plant coming online in Austin. And, Elon Musk has been very close to the retail investor, very close to the Tesla customer. And if you read his tweets over the years, what he appears to be saying is that, hey, Hertz is not the priority over anyone else. Hertz will get vehicles as and when we have them.
Is that true?
It's hard to say. I mean, look, they're ramping up in a really big way, right? They're on course to do, let's say, 1 million vehicles in 2021 approximately. Let's see how the final quarter of the year goes. But there are people that tweet constantly. I placed an order for a Model 3. I placed an order for a Model Y. Where is it? They're constantly talking to the Tesla official handle. People constantly tweet at Elon Musk saying, hold on, I've been waiting weeks and months for this. And so that might be some of the pressure, right, that we already know people are waiting on the consumer side. Maybe they're concerned that Hertz will get special priority.
How does this change the narrative around charging? Because this is kind of increasingly the direction of travel here, to excuse the pun, hopefully the direction of travel, in terms of opening up the charging stations. Because this is a key constraint in terms of people's ability to use these vehicles more broadly.
Yeah, so this week, really big piece of news that was kind of overshadowed, but Tesla has a trial in the Netherlands where it's opening up its charges in that country to other EV cars, right? Non-Tesla nameplate EV cars. And frankly, the Tesla superchargers are just better than what's out there from a technology standpoint. They charge more quickly and more effectively. There are names like ChargePoint, Electrify America that have a big footprint here in the United States, but not all of those are fast chargers. They can take hours to charge a non-Tesla car or a Tesla car. So that's a big part. Hertz also said as part of this deal with Tesla, it would invest in chargers, but those chargers would be for customers who rent their cars. So you can see how that adds another way of sort of monetizing the EV play for rental car companies.